Who were the riders of the Tour de France? Here are our picks. Number 10. Simon Gerrans of Orica-Greenedge. Gerrans outsprinted Peter Sagan for the win on stage 3. The next day, his Orica-Greenedge team put in the fastest team time trial ever, and Gerrans took the yellow jersey. After riding stage 5 in yellow, Gerrans eased up at the finish of stage 6 to pass the Maillot onto his good friend and teammate Daryl Impey. A great gesture of sportsmanship showing the teamwork that professional cycling is built on. For that, Gerrans makes our top 10. 9. Roman Kreuziger of Team Saxo-Tinkoff. After a few years where he has failed to live up to his promise, Roman Kreuziger has had a breakthrough year and could emerge as a GC contender. After taking victory in the Amstel Gold Race, Kreuziger came to the Tour to work for Alberto Contador and finished just a minute behind his team leader in 5th place overall. 8. Bauke Mollema of Belgian Pro Cycling Team. Another one of our riders to look out for before the Tour, Tour de Suisse stage winner Bauke Mollema rode to a career best 6th place overall. When he made the lead echelon on stage 13, he had fans wondering if he could be the rider to present a challenge to Chris Froome. As it was, Mollema fell back in the Alps, but his ride at the Tour makes him a GC outsider for years to come. 7. Christophe Riblon, AG Desert La Mondiale. We couldn't exclude the only French stage winner, especially bearing in mind the manner in which he did it. Whilst French favourites Thomas Voeckler and Pierre Rolland weren't up to the high standards that they have set in recent years, Riblon took an epic win on the Alpe d'Huez. In the break all day, Riblon punched an overzealous spectator on the Alpe, came off the road on the descent of the Col de Suresnes, and then clawed TJ van Garderen back in the final 2 kilometres to finally take a French win on stage 18. Riblon has continued his winning streak, taking stage 2 of the Tour of Poland to Passo Pordoi. 6. Jan Bakelants of Radio Shack Leopard. Before the Tour, many cycling fans would have never heard of Jan Bakelants. That was to change after stage 2, when he held the leading pack off for a solo win, taking the yellow jersey too. After losing the jersey following stage 4's team time trial, Bakelants was aggressive and highly visible for the rest of the race. 5. Rui Costa Movistar team. You all told us to watch out for Costa, and he truly lit the final week of the race up. Costa lost his 9th place on GC when he worked for team leader Alejandro Valverde after his mechanical on stage 13. Despite this setback, Costa took full advantage of the freedoms that being lower down the general classification gives, and took spectacular solo wins into Gap on stage 16 and Le Grand Bonnand on stage 19. 4. Richie Porte of Sky Pro Cycling. Richie Porte was the super domestique of the race, and the man who many believed to have been the second strongest in the field. After dropping out of GC contention on stage 9 in the Pyrenees, Porte regained his legs and was Chris Froome's strongest supporter for the rest of the race. Without Porte's help on the Alpe d'Huez, Froome could have blown and lost minutes rather than seconds. 3. Marcel Kittel, Argos Shimano. Coming into the Tour, Mark Cavendish was the sprinter to watch. After taking 4 stage wins to Cav's 2, Kittel and his Argos Shimano team looked to have wrestled that title from Cav. Kittel bookended the Tour with wins on the opening stage in Corsica and the final stage on the Champs-Élysées. It was a near flawless performance from the German, and the ongoing battle for sprint supremacy should prove fascinating. 2. Nairo Quintana, Movistar team. We had Quintana down as one to watch, and he put on a show in the mountain stages, taking 2nd overall, stage 20 to Annecy, the white jersey for the best young rider, and the polka dot jersey for best climber. A stunning performance for the young Colombian, who is just 23. We look forward to seeing him battle for the yellow jersey for many years to come. Number 1. Chris Froome, Sky Pro Cycling. For our number 1, we can't look past Chris Froome. Taking the overall win after 2nd place last year, with 3 stage wins along the way, there can be no doubt that Froome was the standout rider of this year's Tour. Froome rode a calculated race throughout, and despite a wobble of Alpe d'Huez, never truly looked to be in trouble. Which rider made the Tour de France for you? Comment and let us know.
Sprints and the general classification, but who else can we expect to steal some of the limelight? Here are our tips. Marcel Kittel, Argos Shimano. Kittel rode his first Tour de France last year.